Okay, so we look at the 2021 JAMB chemistry JAMB question now, and we start off with this first question that says, give the common name for the following compound. Give the common name for the following compounds. The compounds are listed there, as you can see them. So please let's look at the options one after the other, and then you let me know what you feel um, the right answer is, please, before I review what the answer is. So we're looking at this question critically, and the options that are set before us. The right answer to this one is actually A, isobutyl bromide. And the reason for choosing this is because the structure of butyl bromide, it has a branch chain. The parent chain is a butyl group or a butyl group with a bromine substituent at the terminal carbon. The group is a secondary butyl with the bromine attached to the CH2 next to an isopropyl group. Now, this structure corresponds to isobutyl bromide in common nomenclature. So that's why we chose that as our answer. Okay. This one says that the enzyme that converts glucose to ethyl alcohol is it maltase? Is it zymase? Is it diastase or invertase? And the answer is zymase. Zymase. And the reason is basically zymase is the complex of enzymes that catalyze the fermentation of glucose to ethanol and carbon dioxide during alcoholic fermentation. It is produced by yeast cells. It is produced by yeast cells. So that's that for that. Okay. Moving along now, the scientist who stated that matter can be converted into energy is it Boyce, is it Lavoisier, is it Avogadro, or Einstein? The answer to this is Einstein. And Albert Einstein proposed the theory of relativity, which includes the famous E equals to mc squared, showing that matter or mass can be converted into energy. This principle is foundational in nuclear physics, okay? All right. Right now, so what is the IUPAC name for the following compound? What is the IUPAC name? Is it acetylene? Is it methyl acetylene? Is it butanol? Is it decanoic acid? The right answer here is methyl acetylene. It is methyl acetylene, also known as propine or propene in IUPAC. Okay. The compound H triple bond CH3 contains 3 carbon atoms with a triple bond between the first and the second carbon. The correct IUPAC name is propene or propine, and its common name is methyl acetylene. Okay. This one says that what is the chemical name for the compound CuCO3? Is it copper 3 carbonate, copper 2 carbonate, copper 1 carbonate, or just copper? So the right answer for this one is copper 2 carbonate. Why did we name it that? In CuCO3, the carbonate ion CO3 2- has the charge of -2. For the compound to be neutral, copper must have a +2 oxidation state. Therefore, the correct name is copper 2 carbonate. All right, now, moving along. A breath test used by traffic police to check drunken driving uses. Sorry, a breath test used by traffic police to check drunken driving uses A, is it turmeric on filter paper, silica gel coated with saliva nitrate, or saliva nitrate? Interesting. Okay, potassium permanganate sulfuric acid, potassium dichromate sulfuric acid. The answer here is potassium dichromate sulfuric acid. And the reason is the breath analyzer contains acidified potassium dichromate, which reacts with the alcohol in the breath of a driver. The orange dichromate is reduced to green chromium 3 ion, indicating the presence of ethanol. Okay? Which of the following is not a mixture? A, is it air? B, mercury? C, milk? D, cement? The answer is mercury. It is not a mixture. And mercury is a pure element with symbol Hg, not a mixture. Air, milk, cement are all mixtures of different substances. Okay. Which of the following is a non-metal that remains liquid at room temperature? Is it chlorine? Is it phosphorus? Is it bromine or helium? Okay, the answer here is bromine. And the reason is because bromine is the only non-metal that is liquid at room temperature, approximately 25 degrees Celsius. It appears as a reddish-brown liquid and is volatile. Okay. Which of the following are chemical changes? Cooking of cooking of food, digestion of food, freezing of water, water is heated up. Is it 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, or option C, 3 and 4, option D, all of the above? So the answer to this one is actually A, which is 1 and 2. Cooking and digestion involves chemical changes because they produce new substance through the complex chemical reaction. Freezing and heating of water are physical changes as they involve state changes without altering the chemical composition. Okay, the atomic weight of nitrogen is it A, 10, B, 12, C, 14, or D, 16? The answer is C, 14. And the atomic mass, which is the same as atomic weight of nitrogen, is 14. And this is based on the average mass of nitrogen atom as found in nature. Okay. The gas which causes global warming is it A, oxygen, CO2, carbon dioxide, or N2, or is it D, helium? The answer is CO2. Carbon dioxide is a primary greenhouse gas responsible for global warming. It traps heat in the Earth's atmosphere, leading to a rise in global temperatures. Okay. Oxygen is absent in kerosene. Oxygen is absent in, is it in kerosene? Is it in soil? Is it in glass or cement? The answer here should be C, glass. And the reason why we chose that is because glass is mainly composed of silicon dioxide. But during the formation of glass, the crystalline structure breaks down and free oxygen is not present in the final amorphous solid. While other options may contain trapped or absorbed oxygen in some form, glass lacks free oxygen atom or molecules. A sample of any of the following substances disappear after some time when exposed to air, like camphor, naphthalene, or dry ice. This phenomenon is called A, sublimation, evaporation, diffusion, radiation. The phenomenon is actually called A, sublimation. And the reason is because sublimation is the process where a solid changes directly into gas without passing through the liquid state. Substances like camphor, naphthalene, and dry ice, which is solid CO2, exhibit this property. Okay. The maximum electron of nitrogen in N shell is it 2, is it 8, is it 18, or 32? So the answer to this one is actually 32. It's 32. So the maximum electron of N shell is 32. So the maximum number of electrons in a shell is given by the formula 2n squared, where n is the principal quantum number. For the N shell, n equals to 4. So 2 times 4 squared will give us for 2 times 16, which is 32 electrons. Okay. Neutrons were discovered by, is it James Chadwick? Is it Ernest Rutherford? Is it J.J. Thomson or John Dalton? Okay. The answer to this one is A, James Chadwick. And the reason is Chadwick discovered neutron in 1932. Neutrons are neutral particles found in the nucleus of an atom and play a key role in the stability of atomic nuclei. Okay. Which of the following is a form of calcium carbonate 1, limestone. 2, marble. 3, chalk. 4, eggshell. Is it 1 only? Is it 1, 2, and 4? 1 and 2 only. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the answer here is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Calcium carbonate exists naturally in different forms. Limestone, marble, chalk are all geological forms of calcium carbonate. Eggshells are primarily composed of calcium carbonate as well. Hence, all 4 options are valid forms of calcium carbonate. Okay. Soap cleans surfaces on the principle based on, is it viscosity, flotation, elasticity, surface tension? The answer is surface tension. And the explanation for this is that soap lowers the surface tension of water, allowing it to spread and penetrate more effectively. This helps water to wet surfaces better, and trap oily dirt in micelles and removes them during rinsing. Hence, cleaning action is largely based on reducing surface tension. The reactivity of fluorine is due to 1. Is it A, its high electronegativity, B, the small size of fluorine atom, C, availability of d orbitals, or D, strong FF bond? Now, the reason why it is very reactive is because of option A. It is highly electronegative. Highly electronegative. Okay. And this is explained in an explanation whereby fluorine is the most electronegative element, meaning it has a strong tendency to attract electrons. This makes it highly reactive, especially with metals and hydrogen. Its small atomic radius also contributes, but high electronegativity is the most significant factor. Okay. The mass number of a nucleus is A, always less than its atomic number. B, the sum of the number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus, always more than the atomic weight, and a fraction. Okay, the answer is the sum of the number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus, and that's what the mass number is. So the mass number A equals to proton atomic number plus neutron number. It represents the total number of electrons or total number of nucleons in the atom. It is always a whole number and not a fraction. Okay. The mass of one Avogadro number of helium atom is it 1.00 grams, 4.00 grams, 8.00 grams, 6.00 grams. So the answer to this is 4.00 grams. How did we arrive at this? 1 mole of Avogadro, that's Avogadro number of 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 atoms of helium weighs 4 grams, which is the relative atomic mass of helium expressed in grams. So that's that. Moving along, 220 grams of carbon dioxide contains dash moles. Is it 5, 6, or 3, or 4? The answer is to this one is simply 5. How did we arrive at this? Very simple. To calculate the number of moles, moles equals to mass divided by molar mass. Now, molar mass will be of CO2 is 12 from carbon, 16 times 2 from oxygen, which will give us 44 grams per mole. Therefore, the moles will be what? The mass, which is 220 grams, divided by the molar mass, which is 44. And that gives us 5 moles, okay? The inherited traits of an organism are controlled by A, RNA molecules, B, nucleotides, C, DNA molecules, and D, enzyme. The inherited traits of an organism are controlled by, the answer to this one is C, DNA molecules. And DNA, which we call deoxyribonucleic acid, carries the genetic blueprints in all living organisms and is responsible for transmitting hereditary characteristics from parents to their offspring. Okay. The most abundant rare gas in the atmosphere is it helium, neon, argon, or xenon? The most abundant rare gas is argon, AR. Argon is the most abundant noble rare gas in the Earth's atmosphere, making up about 0.93% of air. Helium and neon are much less prevalent. Okay. The heat required to raise the temperature of the body by 1 Kelvin is called, is it specific heat, thermal capacity, water equivalent, none of the above? The answer is thermal capacity. And thermal capacity, also called heat capacity, is defined as the amount of heat energy that is required to raise the temperature of an entire object by 1 Kelvin or 1 degree Celsius. Specific heat, in contrast, refers to heat required per unit mass. So that's the difference. Let's take note. The nucleus of hydrogen atom consists of A, 1 proton only, B, 1 proton, 2 neutrons, C, 1 neutron only, and then D, 1 electron only. The correct answer here is 1 proton only. That's the nucleus of hydrogen atom consists of just one proton only. And the most common isotope of hydrogen, protium, has only 1 proton in its nucleus and no neutron. The electron orbits the nucleus, but is not part of it. Okay. All right. The metal used to recover copper from a solution of copper sulfate is it sodium? Is it silver? Is it mercury or iron? The answer here is iron, and iron is more reactive than copper. When iron is placed in a solution of copper 2 sulfate, it displaces the copper because of its higher reactivity. So that's it, and the equation shows that too. Okay. Moving along, question 27. Oh, sorry about this. Okay, let's just read the question nonetheless. The nucleus of an atom consists of A, electrons and neutrons, electrons and protons, protons and neutrons, none of the above. So the correct answer is C, protons and neutrons. So the nucleus of an atom contains protons, positively charged, and neutrons, neutral. Electrons are found in shells outside the nucleus. Okay. A solution contains 20 grams of solutes in 180 grams of solvent. If the solvent is water, what is the concentration of the solution in terms of mass by mass percentage? So we have the options there. So the right option for this particular question is option A. That's 11%, please, not 1%, 11%. And how did we arrive at this? No, oh, sorry, I think I've mixed it up. Sorry, pardon me. Let's go with this calculation, please. I think there's a mistake. It's mistake in the choice of the answer that was chosen, or that was picked. The mass by mass percentage. We have the mass of solute divided by mass of solute plus mass of solvent multiplied by 100. So going by this, you have the mass of the solute, which is given to us as 20. The mass of the solutes plus the mass of the solvent, which was given to us 180, multiplied by 100. So it will be 20 divided by 200 multiplied by 100. And when you do this, what you end up having is 10%. It's 10%. So please, let's take note of that, please. Pardon me for that error. So the correct answer should be C, not A. Thank you very much. The only metal that is antibacterial is it iron, is it sodium, is it aluminum, or copper? The only metal that is antibacterial is actually D, copper. And basically, copper has natural antimicrobial properties. It kills bacteria by interfering with their cell membranes and enzymes. For this reason, it is often used in medical equipment and water pipes. An element using the atomic number 17, an element having the atomic number 17 will resemble which of the following elements having atomic number as given below? Is it 33, 35, 18, or 19? The answer is 35. The answer is 35. And element with atomic number 17 is chlorine, a halogen. Halogen have similar chemical properties. Atomic number 35 is bromine. It's also an halogen, and hence it resembles chlorine. Okay. A chemical process in which there is a gain of electron is known as, is it sublimation, reduction, oxidation, or distillation? The answer is reduction. Reduction is a gain in electrons. So that's reduction. So in redox chemistry, reduction is defined as the gain of electron. Oxidation, by contrast, is the loss of electron. A helpful mnemonic is oil-rig. Remember this, we talked about this when we're discussing redox reaction. Oxidation is loss, reduction is gain of electrons, and that's simple. The reactions involving simultaneous oxidation and reduction are automatic reaction, alternate reactions, reduction agencies, and D, redox reaction. The answer is D, redox reaction. Okay, so because redox is a combination of reduction and oxidation, in redox reaction, one species is oxidized and loses electron, while another is reduced and then gains electron, both occurring in the same reaction process. So let's take note of that, very important. A binary compound of oxygen with another element is referred to as A, is it oxide? B, is it element? C, is it carbon? D, is it nitrogen? So the answer is oxide. A binary compound is one composed of two elements. When one of those is oxygen, the compound is termed an oxide, e.g. CO2, F2O3, and so on and so forth. Okay. The process or act of extracting a metal from its ore and refining it is called A, extraction, B, metal mining, C, metallurgy, D, prospecting. The answer is metallurgy. Metallurgy is the branch of science and technology concerned with the extraction of metals from ores, refining and preparing them for use. It includes physical and chemical processes. Okay. The compound made up of only carbon and hydrogen are called carbon compounds, hydrocarbons, atoms, carbon hydrolysis. The answer here is hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons, we call them hydrocarbons, okay? Okay. Hydrocarbons are organic compounds consisting entirely of carbon and hydrogen. Examples include methane and ethene. They form the basis of organic chemistry. Okay. One of the following is not a physical property of monosaccharide. A, monosaccharide gets charred when heated. Monosaccharides are water soluble. They are sweet substances. They are highly vital to the exploration of metals. D, they can be reduced to sugar alcohol. So the right option here is option C. They are highly vital to the exploration of metal. And the reason why we chose this is because monosaccharides are simple sugars known for being water soluble and sweet, and they char on eating due to the breakdown of their carbon-based structure. They can also be chemically reduced to sugar alcohols. Okay, so the one that is an outlier there is they are highly vital to the exploration of metal. So that's the correct answer. In troposphere, the two types of pollutants are gaseous and particulate pollutants, carbon and metallic pollutants, natural and man-made pollutants, sulfuric and nitrogenous pollutants. So the answer here is a gaseous and particulate pollutant. And air pollutants in the troposphere are generally classified into two. The gaseous pollutants, which include carbon dioxide, the NOx, and then SO2. Then particular pollutants, which include dust, smoke, soot, and these categories cover both primary and secondary pollutants commonly found in urban air pollution. Okay. The molar enthalpy change accompanying the removal of an electron from a gas phase atom or ion in its ground state is called electron gain enthalpy, ionization enthalpy. Is it enthalpy change or is it enthalpic gas removal? The answer to this is actually ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy or ionization energy is the amount of energy that is required to remove an electron from a gaseous atom or ion in its ground state. It is a fundamental concept in atomic structure and periodic trends. Okay? The 14th element, or the 14 elements, atomic number 90 to 103, after actinium are called actinoids. B, nucleotide. C, pre-actinium element. D, atomic elements. And the answer to these is what? Actinoids. They are called actinoids. Elements with atomic number 90 to 103 are called actinoids, also known as actinides. Starting from thorium, which is 90, to lawrencium, which is 103. They are mostly radioactive and include elements like uranium and plutonium. The process by which salt and water reacts in a limited way to form an acid or a base is it called a neutral process? Is it called a basic acidic process or hydrolysis, or is it called sublimation? The answer is hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is the reaction of salt with water to produce a weak acid or base. For example, ammonium chloride in water undergoes hydrolysis to produce ammonia, which is a base, and HCl, which is an acid. All right, see? So I want to say a big thank you to you for joining me as we went through the past question. We are still going to look at more past question up to like year 2020, 2024. So please stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video.